Good afternoon, lovely viewers and listeners, and welcome to Launch Hour on View Ultimate FM. Today is the second day of February 2022. We just have no one day down, a bit 2 days down. How many more remaining? How many days do we have in this February? Is it 29 or you said 26? Okay, we have 26 days. Okay, okay. I thought you said we have 26 days all together in February. So I was wondering that which of the February do we have 26 days in? My name is Vesikata, your host for the program, and as usual, my co-hosts are here with me.
Good afternoon. I remain Zalabida Mivalobet. Hope you are all good.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna Savenash.
Let me help him continue. How's your afternoon going? Glad to have you on the show this afternoon. All right, join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM, like our page, to get notified anytime we are live to be part of our programs. Follow us on Instagram at Official Ultimate FM and YouTube at Ultimate FM. You can also listen to us live via our website at www.viewradiofm.com. All right, so the gist for this afternoon, we have a couple of gists for you guys, so just stay tuned. After this commercial break, we'll bring the gist to you.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, even the other stations are tuned in too. View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. They enjoy this View Radio.
Leave him for me for View.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Welcome back to the program. Don't forget that you can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM, and also like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of our programs. Now, I'm just going to start with this very controversial topic. It's not a topic, it's sort of something that someone posted, but I just want us to discuss it. So I think it was sometime in 2020, it's either 2020 or early 2021, to make it touching her inappropriately. Yeah, so according to her, he was molesting her. Several slides of talk, as in she explained everything that happened, how the guy was touching her waist, how the guy was touching her hip, the guy was doing this and that, and finally she said she was going to show us the video in the last slide. So me, I was patiently waiting to read the entire story and head to the last end, and then I got to the last slide. Waiting, I see, and waiting this girl they talk are two different things. So I was now confused that maybe she did not, maybe this is not the video she's talking about. Maybe it's another video. Maybe from that guy was just doing his job. You are a model, he's a photographer. when he takes the shots and the shots are not beautiful, you're still the same person that's going to say, oh, you didn't do your job very well. So he has to tell you, he's the one that is seeing how you're looking in the camera. So he has to tell you, okay, this is his position. And sometimes they are definitely, if I've been to photo shoots, the photographer will definitely have to touch you sometimes and say, okay, place your hands here, or touch your video. You could see that she was all for trouble. Like, she looked very irritated by the way he was touching her, and you know, she made it sound like she had been looking for, really know her motive behind posting all that. But that thing happened sometime in 2021 or 2020. But recently, I think it was yesterday, she left Twitter for a while because it was posted on Twitter. She left Twitter for a while, and then she came back and started posting videos. And trust Nigerians now. You know, that time Nigerians blasted her. You know, what is the meaning of that? Even the photographer came out to make a statement like, why are you tarnishing my image like this? And she said she was going to involve her lawyers. Probably they had sat down, raising it in, and probably the lawyers have told her that, baby, you don't have anything to say. There's no evidence to back it up, because from what we have seen in these videos, this guy was just doing his job. And she left Twitter for that period, that very long, since late 2020 or early 2021. It's been a very, and she's back, and she posted the video. Trust Nigerians, they didn't forget. That's how they started blasting her about what she did that time. And she came back, was still standing her ground, saying that the guy assaulted her. Now, my question is, where do we draw the line? Because it's beginning to look like, and believe you me, this is not the first time I'm seeing a case of a lady coming out to accuse a guy just because, you know how we have been. Now some people, they will just want to start looking for justice and start wanting the guy to be. So where do we draw the line, Damian Arinze?
When I saw the video, I was disappointed because at first, when I saw the comments,
when you saw the write-up, I was waiting. You know, that kind of thing.
So when I saw the video, like, I was like, what's this? So to me, I was like, maybe they don't want to
show us the real thing.
When I went to the comment section, people were like, we have been waiting for you to come back on social media so that we can drag you. Today is your full drag. If you check most of them comment, people were like, are you sure this is all the video this is your evidence
to post?
Like, or maybe it was a mistake.
I don't see anything. It's just the photograph is purely doing its job. In fact, I don't see.
He didn't even touch her, but it was her hand.
Just hand. It's not even as if he touched the hand.
It was just
her hand was not.
The whole thing was confusing to me. Like,
just her this thing. So I don't
like,
see
what is all this? And you know, to tell you that there is something fishy about this particular lady. When she was telling all this story, she said how she told her friend, and her friend said they should wave it off. She told her mother, and her mother said they should wave. So when she made the post on social media, her mother went behind her back to go and beg the photographer and told them that he should just don't mind. Meaning that probably she has a mental issue or something, and her family members are aware that this girl has issues. So they were just trying to beg. Rag a year plus later, and you are still bringing up the same issue. Not just tarnishing the image now of the guy, but tarnishing your own image.
And she has been a model for the since she was 15.
Yeah, she said since 2015. She was 15 years old.
Modeling or something.
You have not had. Thank you. I'm surprised.
You to
adjust because it's like
I don't even have a lot to say on this particular topic or gist, because most times people girls. Let me use that word. Girls or ladies think they are the only ones that are sexually harassed.
Yeah.
But at times you're accusing somebody that he's sexually harassing you. That's not what happened actually. If you watch that video, you saw how everything happened. But you coming out to say your mom going behind your back to beg the photographer, it means that something is wrong somewhere. Because if your friend could tell you that, please wave this thing off, they know that you don't have any concrete evidence against them.
Exactly.
And maybe your lawyer, since you said, in Nigeria now, people will be threatening you. You hear from my lawyer.
You hear from my lawyer.
Now we did not hear from your lawyer.
Your lawyer you
left.
Say anything.
You ran away from social media, and you think you will come back, we'll forget.
Trust Nigerians.
Social media, one thing in Nigeria, social media does not forget.
And you know, when it comes to sexual harassment in this part of the world, in fact everywhere in the world, I feel like there's this bias on the side of ladies. Yeah, and oftentimes when it comes to sexual harassment, they just overlook the part that men can also be you see a lady, even if I'm friends with you, Arinze, like we are close friends, there are certain parts of my body that you cannot touch, but as a lady you just see a lady who just come and just touch the guy's hand, touch the guy's chest, and nobody, in fact everybody just be quiet like that. It's nothing, you know, that kind of thing. And even if the guy tries to react, they say, why you overreact? Is it not just touch? What is there? What is no? They will even ask you what is in your body.
They'll not tell you as if you are not enjoying it.
What is in your body? And so it just gives that whole thing that men, I beg, they cannot be sexually harassed. Even if they harass them, it's them that wanted it in the first place. They're just pretending to be so. It gives some ladies that leverage to actually accuse people of doing something that they did not do eventually. Just imagine that she did not, in fact she's the one that implicated herself by posting that video. If she had just made the post alone, you had to post that kind of video. And Nigerian, in fact the born is mad. Like, she poured, according to the story, it said that according to the victim, what the victim said, she said that they had issues about who is going to turn off the sockets in the room. It's very funny. They had a little argument about who was going to, you know, when both of you want to lie down
sockets,
the light switch now, you know, that kind of thing. So you put it off, and probably it ensued into an argument.
I want to know, the point of the hot water happened that particular
that's where I'm going to.
So she has already made hot water.
No, that's where I'm going to.
Okay,
so
continue.
the argument, I don't know how long the argument lasted, but eventually she slept. They both slept.
Okay, the victim slept.
Yeah, both of them. Her roommate, probably she felt like
as the witch that she is.
Probably she felt like, okay, this girl has slept, or she just woke up at midnight and decided to just boil water and pour it on her. But I don't think it's all about that. If it's
exactly
only
what I wanted to say. Exactly. I was
probably there are some underlying issues somewhere, because I don't see any reason why people will have issues over something so petty, and you will stand up and just, probably from the switch it's entered into something else. You know how some people quarrel now, so we might be quarreling about this phone, and from there we start insulting ourselves. It might even enter family problem, and that is how it will. And such things can actually get somebody angry to the point that they will do something that is not the worst part of the story. The worst part of the story is the fact that the victim is still being threatened by the family of the person that poured hot water on her, and right now they are shielding operates. You get. No, but they are not saying anything about it. The family is shielding her. Even the school is shielding the girl. I don't know who she is. Answer for him that if anything should happen to the girl, that they are going to come for her. That's just the worst part of the story. That's the worst part of the story.
It is this country that it happened in our service. Sometimes it's very funny. You get the meaning of all this.
So now
you pour water on someone,
and you are
still threatening the person.
This is serious.
Well, it has about what happened. Our security of, because this is
they have to start from the school, because the school is covering the girl.
Yes,
now
that's the first thing to do. Even if the school is covering the girl, nobody will cover you. As long as we need justice. Justice does not cover any. Even if you are the president of this country, justice will not be neglected. Before what I already said, there must be something behind these things. Maybe they have been having a feud, maybe previous day or something like that, that led to pouring someone a hot water. Because you can't tell me that it is just off switch. I know the other one will off, I will not off it. Then you now wake up in the night to get mine to collect your
boil water
or your matches. Boil water, wait until the water
I'm telling you.
You now carry the water, look for, as na that same switch you go see on, use see where the girl is lying. You now pour water on her. Why not use that energy you used to pour her that, or to boil that hot water to off the switch? So there is still more to this story. Exactly. There is still a lot more to this story, because you can't tell me that it is this petty argument that led to almost taking somebody's side, because to me this is an attempted murder.
Of course, yes, people can die from burns.
It's a crime, because I'm not saying you did this thing out of anger, because you quarrel.
It seems to be something that something she had been holding.
Whether you do it out of anger, your anger will not save you.
When the process of you boiling the water,
the anger did not subside.
Yeah.
And immediately you lit your fire, then the fire continues burning in your heart. That's how it continues.
It's pure wickedness.
And for the parents of the girl, of the culprit or the suspect,
to be shielding her,
their daughter, it means that the whole family are sadists. That is what it
In
means.
fact,
Because
they should arrest all of
they
them.
should, because maybe they are the ones that even told her to do what she.
I'm
she
telling
did.
you.
It doesn't, because there are some things that you call your parents and say, "Mom, look at what I did." They say, "Who told you to do this thing?" Though yes, you are going to sign
the case of Sylvester.
No, not Sylvester. The woman that went behind the girls back, the models. The models back to go and apologize.
Beg, yeah.
This is what the parents should do. Look for a particular way to dialogue the thing out, so that maybe you pay the girls, because there's nothing you can do. Her skin is burnt, You cannot do anything. Maybe pay her hospital bills, pay for her treatment, and say please.
Instead, and they are still threatening her. That's
yes,
the painful
please
part.
forgive our daughter, and this is now a family thing. You understand? They should not start what they cannot finish.
If you want to grow in this country, if you actually want to grow, that that will be supporting kind of the people that be like will have, if they did something, will try to be covering or something, will try to, but people that don't have power to do like to sue you or something, that you'll be using your own power and your own strength to I don't know how to put this thing,
your own position
to be
in
not
this
equal
country
before the right.
as superior to the law.
Exactly. All right, Dami, what do you have for us this afternoon?
Yes, it's about the age. I don't even know. Whatever. So they did. They involve in it. Then now, what they promised them, that's not what they are getting.
Okay.
Then if you see the chat, when they were they complain. So is it the CEO? I don't whatever. Now saying, because of that token money you invest in us, you are not dragging us on social media. You can see that kind of response. Then people are like, you're not telling them that okay, you are their brand ambassador. At least you have been hearing of this for so long. Then you are coming out again to start doing advert for them for Valentine, this thing. So it's very wrong. As a brand ambassador, any product you want to influence, you should at least carry out your investigation, know what they are up to. Are they I hope they are not scammers, that you influence them. People will put their money, will invest their money, and at the end of the day,
celebrity ambassadors. Messi, Dame, thank you for calling them out. What I have to say is this: most of these celebrities, they only care about themselves. Yeah, they only care about what they can.
They stand to gain.
Yes, what they can gain from all these endorsement deals. And now you forget that people, you yourself might not be using this particular brand, or that particular brand that you have been you are endorsing to the public. So now, I think for them to be honest between you and your clients, you understand, just sign an agreement between you, your client, and also the customers, so that maybe you can have a space whereby if you do not deliver if you do not deliver very good to the customers, or an expected ratio to the customers, we are going to maybe sue you to court or do some legal legal battle for it, because you have to protect your customers too, not just yourself. Don't just go, okay, we are going to pay you 4 million naira for you to be our brand ambassador, and you only collect the money, that's all. You don't even care about it, because it is these people that will patronize your endorsement or that particular brand that they are going to use to pay you. Yes. So their interest should also be in your heart, not only collecting. It should be the number one, because without them being patronizing your brand, you will not be paid, no matter how much you sign the endorsement for. So exactly. I think these celebrities should make sure that they also protect the customers of the endorsements that they get.
Exactly. I remember sometime last year, popular comedian Real Worry Pikin, she was an ambassador for a particular brand. I think it's this cryptocurrency or forex thing. I know how these things happen sometimes not able to pay their. She came out, apologized to her followers, told them that she was working hand in hand with the companies to make sure that they returned all the money. That kind of person, if I see you endorsing another brand tomorrow, do you think I will not want to patronize? Because I know that you have me at heart. So if anything should happen, in fact, before people even started calling out the brand, she was the one that even came out to tell them that this is the situation of things right now. Because you not only owe, in fact, the people you even owe most are your fans. Yes. Because these people, they are the ones that are patronizing the brand. Without them, there will be no brand anymore. So there is no need saying, okay, they have paid me, I've done adverts
I don't
and
comment.
that's it.
And
What about the
funniest
followers
part
you
is that
told
these
to
peop-
follow to patronize these
celebrities,
people?
most of them are not even patronizing that particular.
That's
Most
another
of
thing we
them.
should think about.
Most
So
of them
when
are
anything
patronizing.
happens, they just act like it's not their business. But nevertheless, let's not also on the part of doing background checks. Sometimes I might not also blame the celebrities on that part, because there are sometimes that these people come they are wolf in sheep clothing, let me put it that way. So they come out with the whole, in fact, if I was not even if I was a normal person or any, there are some kind of people that I would see with the way they were doing adverts on TV, you know, everywhere you go you turn, you see Revolution Plus, you would just believe that these people are, in fact, they might have been very legit, probably they just had issues, but it is the way they are handling the issues that are wrong. I've seen most of the chats, most of the screenshots of the chats, the way they respond to their clients, the way they insult them. Like, so in fact there was one, she said, just because of a land you bought in ordinary Ibejuleki.
Yes,
so Ibejuleki is not a place. That's what she's indirectly telling the person.
Even if you buy land in Zambia, for instance,
I'm telling you, it's still your
is
money.
It's
So why
it's
insult the
hard-earned
person
money.
like that? So it's too much. Thank you, Dami, for calling out celebrities. Let's be more careful about the brand we influence for, and let's do background checks. Like when you have done your background check, even if they come out to be something that they are not later, you know that you're able to defend yourself. You did your background check, and then you owe your customers. Like what Dami said, that's the one that caught my attention. The fact that they are still doing adverts for their Valentine promo. That is the painful part.
And the ones you have already, you can't even treat them well.
And you are still doing promo for your Valentine. If I were Toyin and Odunlade, I would even come out and say, in fact, from now I'm not part of them. What's the meaning?
For you
I know they have a contract, fine, and many of the time these contracts have legal backing that you will not be able to do this.
That's why I said they should create a space for the customer, so that if you can't deliver to the customers what they actually want, I have the legal.
I have to withdraw. That's true.
And pay. I will not pay you back for anything.
Exactly.
It is written in the contract. And again, celebrities, please, if you want to accept any endorsement deals, check their lifespan. Check the economic value to their customers. You don't just walk up one day and say, okay, these people wants to make you the ambassador. You just rush because of the financial gain you're going to get.
Yes.
Make sure you investigate their lifespan. If they are something that will last for 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, it doesn't matter. So that people will not drag you as they are dragging these people now.
Exactly.
And again, before they start dragging you on social media, when you notice that there is a problem in your
Speak
brand,
out
or
first.
in your brand ambassador, you at least you apologize before they start dragging
the
so-called
this is about our how do I say it, our landlords. Landlords, since we have finished dragging
have dragged
the association of landlords.
Now it's over to landlords.
Let's drag the landlords and the landladies.
Okay.
This is about a man. They said it is what he always do every year. Yeah, they said he went out his shop, collect agent fee and agreement fee. Then after like 6 months, he will now tell you to pack out, that he needs to put another person in the shop and collect new rent money. So now he's how do I say it? He's
tenant.
His tenant goods. He burnt down the shop. Now the issue now is that the gist is not adding up, because if you burnt down your tenant's shop,
it's your shop.
It is your shop. So the story is not yet.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. They say he burnt down, and in this video you can see the woman crying, and the fire itself. This is more. It is not even turning to a volcano. For me, the fire is too much. Now the issue now is that the story is not adding up, because if you burnt down somebody's shop or somebody's goods, it is still your shop that you are burning down.
Exactly.
So is it not, to me, it is called penny-wise, pound foolish. And apart from what this man is doing, we all know that many landlords out
there, on this table.
They're on the table. In fact, they are on the WhatsApp group, and they are WhatsApp admins.
I'm telling you.
A lot of landlords and landladies do this. If you know that you can't have patience in renting or waiting for somebody's your tenant went to expire, why put them there in the first
In
place?
the first place.
Why put them there in the first
It's
place?
greediness.
Now they give you money, you squander it, you come back, you tell them to leave.
Leave, so you put
think-
on that person.
Another
And
person.
That's
and
heartlessness. The wickedness.
We have very strong head tenants. If you tell them to go out, unless it is someone that don't have the cash to pursue the case with
Yeah.
you, they'll make sure they call a lawyer.
Exactly.
And they'll tell the lawyer that give them 2 years to look for another apartment. and they will not pay for it.
It's even a month.
You give
They
them
have
2
the right
years.
To stay there a month or
Some will tell you a year. They will tell that I have never found a new house. So and they will not pay a dime. So when I see landlords behaving like this, I will be like, does it mean that you have never in your life been a tenant before? Yes, I know that some people have never in their life been a tenant before, but you don't need to frustrate people's life. Maybe someone, if they are owing you, it is understandable, but their rent is yet to expire, and you are telling them to move out of the house because you need extra money. It's unfair.
Very,
To
very
me, it's
unfair.
very
Very unfair. And I think that there should be a way to regulate these things. In fact, aside from the way landlords try to swindle their tenants, there's also the aspect of landlords increasing rent
At
extreme
will.
ice money. So, my money has started going down. Oh yeah, let me increase rent. And some landlords increase rent like every
By
time.
50%.
Every time.
Every year increases.
Every time.
Year.
And nobody will be able to tell them, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that, because it is
not
believed
regulated.
that because they believe that it's there. Nevertheless, we are still in Nigeria, and Nigeria is it still has people that rule. This kind of things can happen abroad because they regulate everything, every single thing. So even if you buy a house, you own a house, they are still regulating that house you bought. As long as you are in that particular country, they have the right to regulate it. So these kind of things, if they are regulated, if there are laws that bind it, landlord and tenancy, and that is why in most cases there should be an agreement, a standard agreement with a lawyer signing the agreement.
Yes.
That is what you call tenancy agreement, and in that agreement it should be stated what you want from the landlord and what the landlord wants from you, and both of you should agree. Your lawyer's document to the court. The court will definitely say, okay, it is the landlord that has breached the agreement, or you are the one that has breached the agreement, because most things like this happen to people that don't have that thinking capacity to say, okay, let's have an agreement. You just see a shop, landlord just say, this is how much, okay, you just pay.
And you can start packing.
Yeah, you can start packing, and in fact, if you want to meet some wicked landlords, they can even tell you have not paid them complete money. You paid, this is what you paid. You don't have receipts, you don't have anything, you just paid. Let's be wiser. Let's be wiser, because this
They are mostly the admins.
We are blaming our government for making things
Difficult for the citizens.
whereas we are the one that is making things
difficult for ourselves. Thank you.
As a landlord, at least you know the how things
The situation.
of the country. Then you don't have to increase your rent without even a proper notice, and you don't have to. There are some is every year the life hour can use in their house a year, because they will,
mostly it's
when you moved in, you pay an agent and agreement fee plus your rent, so it's for at least it's for them. So after a year you will move out of the house, then another person will pay extra money, which is very to make things to life miserable for ourselves.
Exactly.
At least we are in the same Nigeria, and you know how things are. So just let's live in peace with ourselves.
Exactly.
And let's do good to ourselves.
Exactly.
That will make our society a better place for us to live.
All right, that was it on the gist this afternoon. So right after this short commercial break is our hot topic, so stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 87 09 103, 090 416 266 and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
Alright, welcome back to Launch Hour on View Ultimate FM. You can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and also like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of our programs. Now, straight to our hot topic for this afternoon. You know how when you know how when we were little, you always say, I can't wait to, get older, get married, live alone, do things, go out and come back anytime I want.
But not now.
You know how you know how those times that probably our parents beat us and we say we are moving out of this house. We are moving it's easy now. I'm moving out of this house, and outside. finally
that year
they have not told us, oh yeah, go outside. We are not the ones that are we are not the ones that are saying we
have to come back.
Please, we want to come back inside. We don't want to slide again. That kind of thing.
I don't blame me that I said this.
It's so cold outside.
So cold.
So today we are going to be talking about adulting. Our expectations of what it was, we thought it was going to be versus what it actually is right
just
now.
Like what I ordered versus
what I got, exactly. So you know how you had everything planned out. In fact, if I tell you my plans,
once you close your eye like this,
if I tell you
driving Lamborghini,
if I tell you my plans,
I should be in UK.
By now, I think this should be my fourth building.
If I tell you my plans, then I said I will enter school at the age of this. When I finish,
I have a problem with that schooling.
I swear, that's what I wanted to say. I said I'll graduate at the age of 22. If I tell you I graduate,
immediately I finish school, I will serve immediately. I will not wait. Immediately I finish school, I will serve. Immediately I finish my youth service, I'm going for my masters, and by the age of this I'm getting married. Well, sorry to shock you, but the age I said I was going to, the age I told you people, the age I programmed in my mind I'm going to get married, I'm that age now. This is now the time I'm serving. I've not even done the master that I said I was going to do. So let's just say that everything that I planned is not what it seems. So
that is why
today we are here again.
Man proposed. God will say, dispose. That's how it is. You just close your eyes and say, I'll do this. See, I wanted to at the age of 25. I don't pass this age.
In fact, I promised to work for 4-5 years before I got married.
You never start work. So
in fact,
you can buy on now. You are working
for house. Madam.
When are you getting married? You have overstayed. Please get married. Now, what are some of the things that you did not expect plan for this? So let me just start. For instance, the responsibilities. Well, we always knew there were going to be responsibilities, but we did not just foresee it that it was going to be the way it is. That kind of thing. When
responsibilities are life-threatening.
In fact.
When you were living under the wings of your parents, they were the ones feeding you, they were the ones doing everything, those kind of things. But eventually, and sometimes you even complain, you need this money for this, I need this. You never knew what they were passing through until now you are passing through that same thing and you are like, guy, this is tough.
Do you know that my age now, I think I still need Christmas clothes for my parents. Because if you buy one pair of jeans, my brother,
I'm telling you. So let's talk about financial expectations. Yeah. Right. What was your expectation, Damian Arizi? Because we are telling our stories. Now, what was your expectation financially?
Before we continue, please, our fans, our listeners, do go to our comment section. let us know the same people, the people that are on the same WhatsApp group.
Exactly.
And who is our admin. Please do it to drop your comment
so
that we can read it, maybe even if not today.
Maybe tomorrow.
It's not stopping today.
We'll continue it. Thank you. Exactly.
Okay, financial aspects. While we were growing up, I was like, I always tell my dad, because I'm more closer to my dad than my mom. I always tell my dad, don't worry. Once I finish school, first salary I'm going to earn, I'll save it. I'll buy you a car. I never buy a bicycle for my dad. Even bicycle, I never
For
buy.
yourself?
No, I said I'll buy for my dad
No,
first.
at all,
Being an adult is not easy. It's not all about. I will go out when I want, come back when I want. Nobody will ask me questions. It is beyond that. It's not a platform whereby you can maybe, because most of our friends have led us astray.
Exactly.
So being an adult is not all about doing things the way you want it, taking advice, giving yourself advice, taking advice from nobody. I won't take advice from you. I'm old enough to do this. Why not?
In fact, this is the time that you will not even crave for the advice that you did not want.
Yeah.
You know where they will be giving you advice then, and it will be as if you have coconut head.
Most times I'll say if I grow up, I'll go outside, I'll come back whenever I want. But me, they always there inside.
That's where I wanted to go to, the part of freedom.
Freedom.
You know, you had so many expectations of freedom.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, for me, growing up I was the caged child. Let me say it that way.
Same, yeah.
So my parents were the type that will always say, stay inside. So my routine was like this: house, school, church, house, school, church. So it was just like a circle. So I was going from the house to school, then on Sunday or weekly
outing.
services to no outing. In fact, when I finally became siblings, do they have what is our parents say, what church do they attend? And my mother said, I'm not going again. It's okay, don't worry, I don't want to go and visit anybody. You know, that kind of thing. So we all hoped for the freedom, but now that we have finally gotten that freedom, nobody wants it again. Everybody's like, I don't want to go outside.
I need Christmas clothes.
When you think of that responsibilities, like there's this post
overwhelming.
that I saw, is it on Facebook, or it said, now I realize why the prodigal son
Came back. I'm telling you.
because when you think of that responsibilities, paying bills on
True.
your own, like even before, like, you don't know how your dad and your mom paid the NEPA bills. You don't know how,
Imagine
it
now,
wasn't your
the
business.
only
Not
thing
your
that is just to subscribe our
So-
phone. Only.
So this
Now,
never built thing
you
just
have
made
to
me
choose-
think of
you have to
something.
choose whether to buy what you are going to eat
Eat.
or to subscribe your phone. That is my brother.
This never built thing just made me remember when we were younger, and they always say, off the light. You don't know you are waiting, you don't know we are paying light bill.
Your own
Off
is not
the
even off the
even
line.
you are not.
Anytime I see NAPA people carrying their ladder, I want to cut our ladder, I'll be like, mommy and dad, why can't you just
why-
so I will not watch my and that time it was
Oh
all
my
about
God.
when we used to watch Super Story. So I will not watch Super Story this
Super
time. What is this? Why didn't you pay for NEPA bill? Blah. And they'll cut it still like a month or 2 months. They will not be. I'll say, thank God. I will not even say, mommy, dad.
Thank you. That was none of your business.
It is
But
difficult
now,
sometimes.
when you think of the bills that you have to pay, when you see your light on, you'll be the one angry. Say, why did I forget all of this light? Why did I forget all of this? Once you are leaving your room, you are putting off the light because things are just so. Adulting is not all that bad. That's not what we are trying to say. But
Outside is expensive.
basically, let's just say adulting is reality.
The reality.
It is
Yeah.
a stage
The
in life
eye
where
opener.
somebody
To talk about this thing is these young guys and girls that are in a hurry to become
Make it,
adults. They are hurry to start carrying their own responsibilities and start doing their own things and start doing this and that. But at the end of the day, you realize that it's like, I'm not ready for this kind of thing. So it's not something to rush, it's something to follow the process, because a lot of people, you saw the video of the young 13-year-old boys that were saying they want to go and hustle. That was the word they used. They want to hustle. At that age, the priority should not be hustling. Priority should be getting an education and doing well for yourself. Very
you can't
difficult.
differentiate your left from your right.
Exactly, because you do not have a solid foundation. But if you have a solid foundation, definitely you'll be able to soar through in your adulthood. Arinze, do you have any last words for us?
Please, new people should not misunderstand us. It is not bad to be an adult.
At all.
It is a responsibility everybody must carry.
You must carry normally.
In fact, there will be a time where you are going to enjoy it. But when you are starting, in fact, you are going to enjoy it and you are not going to enjoy it. And sometimes God will bless you as if you even deserve more.
It will embarrass you with blessings.
So just anything you do, make sure you put God first. And first of all, as an adult, very important, or as an intending adult, very important, make sure you mind the kind of friends you keep.
Very true.
That your friends, mind the kind of friends they keep, because they might influence them to influence you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I would say it's not that we are saying when we grow up we should not have a dream. Having a dream is very easy.
It's good.
To have a dream, but we're just trying to tell you that most of dreams you think you might attain or gain now might not be the way they are.
Yeah.
So you don't have to rush things. Just step by step, you get there. So
Exactly.
dreaming big is very
Exactly.
good. It's very good.
Be
And
grateful for the ones you
yes,
have
for
Yeah,
the
achieved.
ones,
exactly.
and let's learn how to appreciate our parents, because
Feel
when
important.
when we
Damn,
are
God
growing
bless.
up, we don't have where we take things for granted. We don't even
That's why I
appreciate
said
even
it's
when-
reality.
If
It's
your
when
Christmas
reality
clothing
hits.
did not come in
You don't-
time,
in
It's
fact,
when reality hits, you will
yes,
go back
that's
and
when
say,
you
ah,
know
mommy and
that,
daddy,
my
thank you.
parents they really
really
tried.
tried. That's
Let's
true.
try and appreciate our parents, and let's try and take advice from our parents.
Very, very good. See, Dami is so full of wisdom. It's like Dami has taken your position as the
Dami,
woman of wisdom.
congratulations.
Maybe
we are going to do handover.
we are going very soon. We'll do the official handover as the woman of wisdom. All right, that was it this afternoon on Launch Out on View Ultimate FM. Join us again next time for another interesting episode. But until then, do have a great day and enjoy your adulthood. Bye.